Hello, my friend, and welcome back to another episode of the New Heights Survival Let's Play series. Joining me here in my house where I decided to make a little bit of renovations. I wanted to open it up, get some more light, add some windows, and add some additional floors. Not much has changed since the last episode, I gotta admit. Just added these flooring here, and a little bit of the beams of the ceiling. We go down here, this is where the future cellar is going to be, maybe a storage system. And then up here is very similar. On one of these floors I'm going to have an enchantment room. I think it's going to be the absolute top floor. I think that's what I'm going to do. And up here you can see that my roof is starting to oxidize quite well. Speaking of oxidizing copper, I forgot to show you on last episode, but I will show you this episode of where I'm keeping all of my oxidized copper. But look at all of the copper I have yet so far. Isn't this quite a bit of copper? I am really looking forward to building with this. And I have even more smelting up and even more that is being oxidized currently. And as you can see in my inventory, I have plans to grab a horse. I already have a horse. I didn't show you from last time. There's my horse. This is a black one with these splotches. Actually, this is a dark brown one with these splotches. If I take off the armor, you can see the horse. I'm thinking of calling this one Hot Cocoa. Hot chocolate, something of the sort. That's what that reminds me of, like the marshmallows floating in the hot chocolate. But the other horse that I'm looking to get is over there on Lightnin Thundr's base, and it's been on the side of the cliff the entire time. I don't think it can move anywhere, so I'm going to go free the horse. So, let's go on that way. And actually, before I go all the way over there, I'm going to try to be working on the infrastructure in between mine and Lightnin Thundr's base, so that it's not such a sheer hike going back and forth. I upgraded my pick, and look at this. Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, and Unbreaking 3. What an amazing pick. That is a new pick that I made from the diamonds that I had. And that was the first enchant that I got on that, and I am really happy with that. Very, very happy. So I think I'm going to use this horse to go get the other horse. You know, I'm so glad I got this horse. Riding around on this map on a horse is so much easier. It goes so much faster. Speaking of, there are the horses. So I will leave Hot Cocoa here. And I didn't bring a fence. Oh, okay. This is perfect. I'll leave Hot Cocoa up here while I go get Midnight. I think that's what I'm going to call that horse, is Midnight. So, in order to tame this guy, gotta hop on. He's got to buck us off a few times. We just got to keep doing this over and over again until the horse loves us. We got this. Hopefully we don't get flung off the mountain. We got this. We got this. Bear with me, come on. You'll love me eventually. Please. Please. Nope, nope. Come on, please. We're approaching the cliff, please don't do this. Just love me. There we go. See, was that so hard? Put a saddle on you, ride you around. Awesome. Put a torch there. Put some blue armor on you. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Now, in this world, I have a data pack which allows me to craft leather horse armor, which is nice. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the horse armor, but I haven't figured out how to craft them. See, the thing with these data pack crafting tweaks... There we go. Gotcha. Come with me. The thing with these data pack crafting tweaks is that it doesn't give you a crafting recipe in the recipe guide. Oh, okay. I don't think we can do this. Okay. You just come with me, please. We'll have to go slow. This guy's fast. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're almost there. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna need to make another lead. I actually haven't found a single slime anywhere. So I will either have to find a slime in the caving that I'm going to be doing, or I'm going to have to find another wandering trader. And here we are. Perfect. Thank you. Let's get you tied up there. And then you can come with us in the house, I suppose. Gonna have to find a spot for you. We're gonna fence you up. Let's fence you up. There you go. Let's get one of these. Perfect. Let's put that there so you don't try to go up towards the lava farm. And that is a great temporary spot for you right now. Much work is still needed on the inside of the base. As you can see, I'm still kind of hidden in this little cave area with all of my smelters. And I made this automatic bone mealing station with the abundance of seeds that I have. Load it up into the barrel, goes into the composter, and then the bone meal gets collected in this chest. So I need to move all of my stuff into this building here. Also find some sand to make some windows. Sand is a rare commodity in this realm. There is not a desert anywhere nearby. So we're going to have to do a lot of searching for any and all type of sand. And once I get all that squared away, I want to create another staircase kind of leading that way since I go that way all the time. Currently, I just have to scale the side of the mountain. But I have one thing planned to show you down over here. If we go on this way, across the way, inside of the cave that I think I showed you last time with the dripstone, I am aging the copper, and very, very close to where I'm aging the copper, I found a copper vein. A large copper vein. They are amazing. It is crazy the amount of copper that you can get. So once we go on in here, you can see the dripstone formation. And there is all the... oh, goodness. Here is all the copper that I am aging. And it's aging quite nicely. You see, you got to put these 4 away from each one, and that's going to maximize the time for them to oxidize. The closer they are together, the slower they oxidize. If they're all touching, that's the absolute slowest that they will oxidize and age. So you can see I have quite a bit. I think this is 2 stacks of copper that I have oxidizing. And if we go down into this large hole, I mean, this already is a huge hole. Look at this. This cave is impressive. I am so happy with this new generation. If we go down over here, right over there is the copper vein. So let's hop on in. What I've been doing is I have been slowly removing the blocks surrounding the copper. I only took out just a few faces of copper pieces, then I decided to actually expose them to show how large this vein actually is. Look at all of this. I'm going to quickly show you the just the small amount that I've uncovered following the copper vein. And it is quite a bit of copper. This is so impressive. And from digging all of this out, it led me to this area. And that sliver goes down into deep slate level. So we have a lot of caving to do. I am excited to get to it. And I don't have any copper currently in my inventory. And I have the Fortune 3 pickaxe. So I presume I'm going to get stacks on stacks on stacks of copper. Now, I think the total amount of raw copper blocks I'm able to craft is going to be, I think, a full stack and a half from taking down this entire copper vein. Hopefully more. That's what I'm hoping for. So, let's get on going. Oh, there's another raw copper block. Oh, there's another one there too. My goodness. This is quite a bit. You know, I really need to light up the area. And stuff like this just continues to happen. And there is the amethyst geode that we found in last episode. I think I showcased it. Actually, I don't know if I did. That might have been just on stream. I was streaming with BlvckMvrket, and we were deep, deep, deep in the caves, and we actually got pretty lost. We had no idea where we were and where to go to get back. BlvckMvrket was streaming as well. And BlvckMvrket decided to empty out all of their inventory and just go and die so that they could be able to spawn at home again, so that they didn't have to be stuck in this deep cave. And you know, the funny thing is, right after that, I found the place where we came from. Like just a few seconds right after that. So that's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. The vein continues down here. See, you can tell this is a copper vein because it's interspersed with all of this andesite. That's how copper veins form. And there is also iron veins, which happen at deep slate level, and they are combined with tuff. And I'm really hoping I can find an iron vein because I love tuff a lot. And I'll take any excuse to go on a big mining spree of tuff. And you know, I don't think I have enough pick to be able to uncover the entire thing. So I'll leave this bit uncovered, and then I will only dig and harvest the copper on this lower section. So now I'm having a much easier time seeing the rest of the copper here, seeing how much more copper there was than I anticipated. My new prediction is that I will get about 2.5 stacks of raw copper blocks in the end. So let's see if I'm right. My goodness, that was such a massive, massive undertaking that I was not prepared for. Actually, I am prepared for, but I wasn't ready for how long that was going to take and how much effort it was going to be. It is much larger than I was anticipating, spanning all the way up there. Looks like I missed just a few blocks. I don't know if you can see right at the top of my head there. Going all the way down to deep slate level with pockets of water in between. My original estimation for how much I would get was 2.5 stacks of raw copper. And let's take a look if I was close. And it looks like this is much more than I had anticipated. And there's probably much more copper around this area that I'm forgetting. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 stacks of raw copper blocks. That is quite a bit. I think I'm set on copper for now. I'm a little burnt out. Oh, goodness. Please leave me alone. No. 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 Okay. Let's go back to first person view so that I don't end up just falling down this chasm. Excuse me. You know what? I have spent quite a lot of time in here. I am all caved out for now. I don't really have the mental resources or energy to continue to dig through all of this. I'm assuming I only scratched the surface of the vein. I think the rest of the vein is down here as well. But this has been a mining success. Time to go all the way back up, deposit what we have, get some blast furnaces going so that we can smelt this a little bit better for cheaper. Is it for cheaper? That's how blast furnaces work? At least I hope. I know that they do things quickly. After we construct the blast furnaces and get everything going, we might venture back down, use our fortune pick to get some more diamonds. Because we are lacking in diamonds. We have, I think, about 12, which is still a pretty good amount to get early game, but we can use more, considering this awesome pick that we got. And it took quite a bit of durability when uncovering all of that earth to get that copper out of that vein. Just a few more things got done in the meantime. I managed to clear out our chest monster here, and it created a storage system in the basement. I am ready to show you in just a second, and I add a little bit more of a flooring. I did not make up for the little space from where I was clearing out the chests. I'll have to do that very soon. And as we go on inside, added some pressure plates because I keep on leaving the doors open all of the time. You know, this isn't a bar and I'm not going to leave the doors open. I actually don't know where that saying came from. And I'm actually not quite sure it's applicable in this situation since I currently have no windows. This is just entirely open. It's very drafty in here. It's a little cold. Oh, I need to get some windows as soon as possible. You know, sand is a rare commodity on this server. There's not a lot of sand anywhere nearby, in good amounts. I have no idea where the nearest desert is. I haven't been out that far. But down here is the storage cellar. Look at that. All of our chests in one neat area, everything feeling much more intentional and deliberate. Here we have the automatic smelters. We have the, I don't know if you can see it, the, what is this called again? Nope, not the hopper. The blast furnace. The blast furnace array on this side, and the regular furnace array on this side. And, as you can see, there's some stuffs going on back there. We have redstone systems that hold the items in the furnace. for XP storage. So as you can see here, this is a prime example. So here are some bits that got schmelted and pulled. But this was held for us. And we collect the small amount of XP. I didn't smelt so much stuff. I just created some charcoal. But when we're smelting a bunch of stuff, like we will be doing, with all of this copper, then it will be quite a lot of XP that we get. And while I have this open, you can see that I have a new pickaxe. I happen to get a Silk Touch pickaxe. That is awesome. I went over to Lightnin Thundr's area. They have the enchantment station over there, the enchantment room. And I decided to get a Silk Touch pickaxe. And this was the one I got on the first try. That is amazing. I brought a grindstone over with me just in case I needed to de-enchant and re-enchant. But I didn't have to, because I lucked out the very first time. So that is awesome. That way, I can get stone when mining, because I have so much cobblestone. I also need to smelt up this cobblestone to make some stone as well. But let's throw this in the furnace there. And I think we're going to smelt up some more charcoal. Let's go chop down those trees. There's so much. There are more mobs spawning in this area because it is the Oh, I got a carrot! I finally got a carrot! I'm so excited. I didn't have any carrots. I wanted carrots so bad. Finally get to create a carrot farm. Excuse me. No, don't touch. I'm talking. Go away. What was I saying before? About lighting up the area. Oh, there's more mobs that are spawning. Because this is hard difficulty. And the later on you live in one place, the more mobs around the area will spawn. At least the harder that they will get. The more health they'll have and everything. Or not the more health, I guess. Just the more frequently they spawn. I actually don't know the specifics, but yeah. Also, the other reason why they're spawning in higher numbers is that we've been exploring the caves quite a bit, lighting up the caves as we go. So that is reducing the available spawn area in the caves. Nope, leave me alone. So it's forcing... Oh, I got a spider head. So it is forcing the spawning to happen up on the surface. Just got back from a mining spree, actually more like an expedition, to light up all of the caves in this giant mountain that we're situated on, so that we can in the future build a either mob farm or a creeper farm. So we need to light up all of the caves so that those farms can be efficient. And let me tell you, the more and more I lit up those caves, the more dangerous it became, because the remaining area had the highest chance of spawning mobs, and it was insane. It was very abundant. I nearly died so many times. But on the way out, I happened to get all these goodies. And even more goodies, but I decided to load it up into chests right before recording. I did get a bunch of packed ice, because packed ice and regular ice spawned inside of that mountain cave. But I got all of this ores. Took advantage of just using the Silk Touch pickaxe now. And now I can do a little montage of me getting all of the items using my Fortune 3 pickaxe. I am excited to finally do this on this world. It has been multiple days in real life. Actually, about 2 weeks in real life before I'm able to finally do this with a efficient use of this Fortune 3 pickaxe. It is always such a fun feeling being able to start over in a world, really climb that early tech tree, really struggle and grind to get further into the world. It's a really rewarding progression, I have to say. Let's take predictions on how much we're going to get out of this stack. I think it's going to be 4 straight stacks of coal. So we got 17. We're starting with 17. Let's go. I will meet you at the bottom. Coming up on the last few. Almost there. All right, let's pick up the stragglers. Let's see if we were close. We exceeded the amount. That is always such a good feeling to be able to exceed the predicted amount. That is awesome. Now it is time for the iron and the emerald. 21 emerald. That is my prediction. That is 20. I was 1 emerald away. Wow, that was the closest we've ever been. Just got back from yet another incredibly long mining expedition. I did happen to get lost for a really long time, but as you can see in my hotbar, it was not without fantastic reward. Look at all these diamonds that we got. Quite a bit. I think I got 28 diamonds in total, and I used a lot of those diamonds to craft some diamond armor. My first set of diamond armor, here it is. I'm still debating on whether to craft the boots or whether I should stick with leather boots so that I don't fall in powdered snow. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably just go with standard diamond boots because I'll be able to just use my tools to get out of powdered snow. That's what I've been doing so far. So, it is time to make the final piece of our diamond armor with some diamond boots. And there we go! Look at that! We were working on the outside of the wall while we encountered a wandering trader. And of course the data packs that we have from the wandering trader gives us special mini blocks. So as we can see, we traded for a mini redstone block and a mini birch block amongst some other tiny ones. But then, upon looking at his trades, I just realized we have the moss block! This is amazing! Finally have the moss block. That is incredibly exciting. We haven't found a lush cave yet, so this moss block is going to come in handy for getting all, or basically all, of the lush cave blocks and foliage. So I am very excited about that. While this wall is coming along, I had the idea of really creating a lot of little decorations such as this lamppost all over this little path and incorporating a lot of the copper. But something that goes very well with this copper palette, this copper color, is acacia wood. And I don't have any acacia wood. I don't think anyone on this server does. However, I know where it is from the tools that I had to check to see if this was a viable seed. I remember the general direction that the savanna biome is in, and it is directly that way. I don't know the exact location. I don't think I want to know the exact location because I think that'll be kind of cheaty. I mean, some could argue that this itself is cheaty, but it saves for gameplay. It saves me having to search around this entire place for a really long time and just cutting my efforts short and keeping it fun. So I'm going to go on an adventure that way, but it looks like I have discovered the path. I don't know if I've shown this path. I started this path right here, and I led it all the way this way. With these slabs right here coming along this side. I did some terraforming and such to really make this presentable and feel a little bit more complete, leading up to my base. Had to sculpt and shape the land if you want it to feel a lot more natural and a lot more presentable. I did all the way out here. This was a very steep valley that I filled in with dirt. I stopped it right here, but it looks like Lightnin Thundr has continued my efforts. The slow beautification of the spawn area. This is very, very nice. Look at that. This goes right down here, and oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this! The progress that Lightnin Thundr has made. Wow! Would you look at that? This is amazing! Look at the crane! Oh my goodness! Would you look at that? That is so cool! Wow, what's that up there? That's another crane! Oh. This is so neat! Look at this tower, wow! Wow, wow, wow! Lightnin Thundr is really, really crafting and changing this area, making it their own. How do I get down there? How do I view this marvel? What is this? This just goes around in a circle. I'm guessing for decoration and decor. This is amazing. Look at all of this. Very, very cool. I haven't been on this server in a few days. Quite a lot can happen in a few days. This is amazing. I was going to go straight ahead, but I think I need to do this area justice. Let's take midnight and take a look at everything here. Would you look at that? There is the deep cavern, and I feel like they added a little waterfall feature. And an additional crane. Wow, that is amazing. Look at that. Using barrels as a axle. That is so cool. And I love the inclusion of the stripped logs and the signs, along with the trapdoors and the slabs. It is all coming together to make a complete looking base. This is amazing. And they have the azalea trees here as well. My goodness, this is the gift of the flowers that I gave them. They have another horse. This is amazing. Look at the sunlight corrugation and the public mining shaft. And of course, Simiquel's base. Wow, this is amazing. I'll have to do a special updated tour of Lightnin Thundr's area. But I think it's time we venture out to go find the savanna biome. On my way to the savanna, and I just gotta stop and take a look at this beautiful terrain. Take a little gander at this. This is lovely. Of course, navigating this place with the horse is a little difficult. However, it beats doing it on foot. It is also a little dangerous, too. You really gotta watch out where you go with this horse. You feel like you can... you gotta watch out for holes like that, but also you feel like you can drop multiple blocks, when in actuality, you really cannot. Also, this horse is very fast. So that definitely helps searching. However, in situations like this, crossing a very steep river, it's a little bit hard. So let's see if I can do this. Slowly descend. I think this horse is going to kick me off its back once I get over here. There we go. Oh, yes. We almost made it. Come on, Midnight. Come on, Midnight. You got it, Midnight. Midnight, please. There we go. Almost. Come on. Come on. There we are. We made it to the top. How tall is this? 127. Pretty high, pretty high. Not too bad. Ooh, there's a grove of natural pumpkin generation. But look at all that we scaled. We still have a long way to go, and it's becoming nighttime. Goodness gracious. This is going to be dangerous. Ooh, a bunny. More sensitive viewers, cover your eyes. I must get bunny. Yes. What I really needed was rabbit hide. I'm really, really trying to get a bundle so bad. Here we are. We finally found the savanna. After traveling about 2,000 blocks, we are here to the gargantuan Savanna Hills. Oh my goodness gracious. Would you look at that? Oh, ho, ho. And a huge exposed dripstone cave. This is so cool. It's all slowly loading in. Wow, this terrain continues to impress. And then, even in the savannah, the pumpkins spawn. Look at this big savanna mountain. And part of it is what? Dark oak or just regular forest? Look at that. Let's get some acacia wood and acacia saplings to take back home. Continuing to find this crazy generation. Look at this. Half of the mountain is Badlands. Is Mesa biome. Look at this. Exactly half has these lines and the other half doesn't. I've never seen generation like this. This is wild. And there's this huge little lake bed with just a bed of clay, of hardened clay. That's incredible. And over there, we have a ruined portal. And I don't seem to see any portal. This is very, very interesting generation. I have not seen anything to the likes of this. Ah, it generated sideways, I see. Alright, well, I feel like the chest is around here somewhere. Let's just take a little look. This is just so interesting how everything happens like this. You know, this is just a little bit too much for comfort. I'm just going to take that out like that. I'm going to pick up some of this crying obsidian. I do love crying obsidian. Very interesting. Oh, there's a chest. Golden apple. That's something. Some nuggets. Let's craft that into ingot. What is that? Leggings are breaking 3. I have diamond set of armor, so I don't think I need that. Ooh, it's a mending helmet. No, we'll just wait to get mending. Oh, goodness gracious. Just been running around, gathering up some red sand and some cactus, since this is the closest desert to us that at least I know of. And I guess technically this isn't a desert, but I'll count this as a desert because, you know, of the sand and of the cactus. So I'm just grabbing what I can. We are going to make our way back, all the way back home. I think it's, how many thousands of blocks? About 2,000 blocks away. So let's be on our way. After riding a wave of inspiration by looking at Lightnin Thundr's base over there, I've decided to make some alterations and renovations to this wall that I happened to throw down. Look at that. I wanted to add some additional detail and make it look not too contrasty, and I feel like I nailed it. Look at this wall. I really tried to incorporate different gradients and textures. It starting from the smooth deep slate and slowly leading up to what is smooth basalt. So not only do we have texture differences, but we also have a slight, ever so slight, color gradient. It's getting lighter at the top, slowly but surely. We see at the supported structures, we have the smooth textures going up higher and higher, only going into the cobbled versions, whereas the back textures can go up to the smooth basalt. So I am very happy with how this turned out. I love the facade. Looks much stronger and more intentional than before. And I want to add another staircase to go up to the top, because that one is nice, but it's a little bit far away, especially if I'm going to be working in a building that is up here. So having an entrance carved through the mountain here is definitely going to be much more convenient. And as we go up here, I'll have a little showcase of it and show you. Let me just let me just scrape off the oxidization of this little lamppost. Once I get my bee farm up and running, I can wax all of this copper so it doesn't oxidize. I think that would be a good look. I would like to have some that are completely clean and some that are fully oxidized. I feel like that would be a good contrast. Going on inside, this is currently the only way to get up here so far. This is what I have for the flooring of this upper section. I'm trying my hand at using the basalt and the top of the smooth deep slate. I'm liking it. It's not as dark as the other deep slate versions. Of course, it is darker than the regular stone. I feel like it's not too dark. If I feel tired of this, I could just rip it out and just place in another stone variant, a lighter stone variant, maybe andesite and stone if I'm feeling that way. But I do like the slightly darker look to it as opposed to the regular stone. And it's not as dark, again, as the polished versions. So I do like it. Let me show you on the inside here. This is the temporary entranceway from down there. Whoa, that's trippy. Look at that. That's pretty neat. From down there up to here, and I've carved a little section that goes into this little cave area where I'm currently growing some cactus that I got from that savanna biome. And then this is where I have the glow berries growing. Glow berries glowing, glow berries growing. They grow so slowly right now. So I think I'll have to expand this farm tenfold. I want to slap down a building right here, but I do like the idea of having a kind of an open courtyard. So I think the courtyard will be right about to here. I'll have to push back the mountain a little bit further and put a building there, because I like the idea of having a building inset here. So all that leads me to figure out is where this entrance will be. If the entrance will go into the building, and or on the side, or coming out that way. So, a lot of planning. And with that, I believe that is all that we have time for this episode. We got quite a bit done for this area. Thank you all for joining me in getting my first set of diamond armor and renovating this side of this mountain. We have been quite inspired by the building styles and the base of Lightnin Thundr. Quite impressive. So we hope to get a lot more projects on the side of this mountain done very soon. And there have been a few more members that have joined, so you'll be able to see them in the future episodes. This is precarious. Let me back up a bit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye! You know, I have no idea where that saying came from, and I actually don't know if it's a